Good afternoon, students. Today we are going to know about Europe, which is the fifth chapter in your textbook. This is the introductory class because you should know about Europe. Unless you don't know about Europe, you cannot know uh, the details what we are going to study from the textbook. This is the general information which you are going to have. Okay, so after having introductory class, later we will get into the textbook what is given. You all know how many continents are there and how many oceans are there. All those things you have already marked in your map pointing, right? There are 7 continents, 5 oceans. All these things you know very well. Among those 7 continents, this is the 6th largest continent after Australia. Or you can also say this is the second smallest continent after Australia. This is the 6th largest continent, 6th largest and second smallest after Australia. That means Australia is the smallest continent, the 7th continent. After that, little bigger than Australia. The land area is little comparatively bigger, little vast area it has. So this is the 6th largest continent. In the map you can see where I have the red mark. Okay, you can see the point located. This is completely Europe. As we already marked the continents, different continents, you are all very well marking all these continents: Asia, Europe, Africa, right? This is Africa, North America, South America, right? This is South America. All these continents you know very well how to mark the continents. Now we are here. You can see this. United Kingdom, Germany, France, Spain, Portugal, Ireland, London, Belgium. Can you see? Italy, okay, Romania, Bulgaria, Greece, Turkey, Ukraine. All these come under European continent. Okay, you should listen carefully this introductory class because this gives you lot of information for your further classes also. It helps you and you can make down the running notes. Points you can write of your own. On your own you can write the points when I am explaining. See, this is the second smallest continent as I told you, okay, area wise. It covers the land area of 1,36,000 square kilometers. 1,36,000 square kilometers. Or you can also say 6.8% of land area it covers from the total land area. అంటే ఈ ప్రపంచంలో మనకు భూభాగం ఎంత ఉందో దానిలో you all know that 29% of land area we have and 71% of water bodies, right? So in that 6.8% of land area this European continent has. Okay, there are 50 sovereign countries in Europe. There are 50 countries. You know the difference between country and continent, right? India is a country which lies in Asian continent. Asia is a continent. In the same way, Europe is a continent which has 50 countries in it, sovereign countries. What do you mean by sovereign? Sovereign means supreme. Okay? Sovereign means supreme. They're all small countries area wise. You have 50 countries in this continent. Okay? It is called as a peninsula. What is peninsula? A piece of land surrounded by water connecting to mainland. You can see this European continent covered by water. It is separated by, okay, you can see here North Atlantic Ocean. Can you see here North Atlantic Ocean? Then here you can see Arctic Ocean. Then you can see Mediterranean Sea here. Mediterranean Sea lies southern part of Europe, which divides Europe from Africa. Africa and Europe are separated. African continent and European continent are separated from Mediterranean Sea. Okay? So Mediterranean Sea separates Europe from Africa. So we have 3 sides water. Mediterranean Sea we have. Then here we have, you can see the Atlantic Ocean. Then Arctic Ocean in the northern part of Europe. Okay? North part of Europe. The western part of Europe, which separates North America and Europe, is North Atlantic Ocean. 3 sides water is there, and Asia is separated from Europe by mountains. Okay? Ural mountains. You can see this is the border, children. You can see this Ukraine, this part completely belongs to Europe, children. From here it separates Europe and Asia. Okay? This part. This is completely Europe. Okay? This is also called as Eurasia. It is also called as Eurasia because Europe and Asia lies, both the continent lies on the same land mass. Or you can also say the same tectonic plate. These 2 continents are not separated. You can see here. There is no water body between Europe and Asia. Right? There is no water body between Europe and Asia. This part is Asia. Can you recognize? Can you see? When I am moving the map, you can see. In Asian continent, you can see many countries, right? So Asian continent is separated because depending upon their language, culture, okay, their tradition, custom and all, the language mainly. Here we have different languages spoken. As it is not separated by any water body, it is called as Eurasia. From Europe, it is taken. From Asia, it is Asia, it is considered. So Eurasia. 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 Why it is called? Because Europe and Asia lies on the same land mass, but still it is separated. Both of them are different continents, Europe continent and Asian continent. European continent and Asian continent or two different continents are separated geographically with its language, culture, or any other geographical sense. Okay, but there is no water body which is separated. Both of them lie on the same tectonic plate. That is why it is called as Eurasia. Okay, here in Europe there are 50 sovereign countries. As I told you, there are 50 sovereign countries, all small countries you can see. Okay, you can see here all the places: Portugal, Spain, France, Germany, Netherlands, Austria, Italy, okay, Bulgaria, Greece, okay, Ukraine, Poland, Slovakia, then Germany, then Netherlands, Denmark, United Kingdom, London, Ireland, all these. Then here Sweden, Norway, Finland. Okay, can you see all these places? Yes, these all come under Europe. So as I told you, this Europe has borders like in the north, Arctic Ocean, then towards its west, Atlantic Ocean, and to east, Asia we have, and south, Mediterranean Sea we have. So this complete area is separated by North America, Africa, and Asia. So this part is called as Europe. So geographically we can identify easily above Mediterranean Sea, next to Atlantic Ocean and Arctic Ocean, in between this and Asia, the part which lies is called Europe. Right. As I told you that it has 15 sovereign countries. Okay, and I told you about peninsula. It is a big vast peninsula. What is peninsula? A piece of land which is covered by water and connecting to the mainland. Okay, three sides we have water, right? So it is a peninsula. For example, you can also see Sri Lanka, right? Then Indonesia. Then some are the examples for peninsula. Then sovereign means supreme, ruled by a king or queen or emperor. Okay, king or queen or emperor, who is the superior authority to control. Or we can also call it as monarch. You can also call it as monarch, monarchy. The head of the state will be king or queen or emperor. Okay. You can see here, children. This Asia, this is Asia, you can see. Okay. This part, from here it divides, from here it starts. Asia. This is Russia. Okay. Then Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Afghanistan, Pakistan, India, all these Bangladesh, okay, China, all these come under Asia. Asian continent. Asian continent. So we can see the separation of Europe and Asia. You can see here. From here, Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, okay, Turkmenistan, Afghanistan, Pakistan, all these come under Asia. Okay, In the next class, we will be knowing more about the languages spoken. What are those 50 countries, the major cities of Europe, okay? Then the climate, the culture, and what made the Europe to claim power on other parts of the world by colonizing. I hope you are getting clarity in my rendering this thing, children, topic. I hope you understand. So once again, recollect this. This is the 6th largest continent, or you can also say 2nd smallest continent after Australia. Okay, it has 50 sovereign countries. 50 countries. Europe contains 50 countries. They're all sovereign countries, supreme countries, having the king or queen or emperor as the head or supreme or authoritarian of the state or country. It is separated from Atlantic Ocean from North America, then Mediterranean Sea from Africa, okay, Ural Mountains from Asia, and in the north we have Arctic Ocean, children. So this is also called as peninsula. Peninsula means a piece of land covered by water, and this is connected with the main land mass. It is also called as Eurasia. The word Eurasia is taken from Europe and Asia. In Europe, E-U-R, and from Asia, the word as it is taken Eurasia. Because the land, this Europe and Asia lies on the same land mass. Okay, భూమి మీద ఇవి రెండు ఉంటాయి కాబట్టి. Or you can also say that a tectonic plate having this two continents in the same plate. ఈ భూభాగాన్ని విడదీయలేదు ఏ వాటర్ బాడీ కూడా, కాబట్టి దీన్ని యురేషియా, ద సేమ్ ప్లేట్, దీస్ టూ ల్యాండ్ మాసెస్ ఆర్ యూరోప్ ఆర్ ఏషియా లైస్. ఇవి రెండు కూడా ఒకే భూభాగం మీద ఉండడం వలన దీన్ని యూరేషియా అని పిలుస్తారు. But still it is separated as continent, two different continents, because depending upon the area, depending upon the language, the culture, for the benefit of the administration and all these things. Okay, so we are going to know more about Europe in the next class by knowing the major cities, the climate, the languages spoken, okay, and the what made the Europe to become the supreme power, like industrialization in 19th century. Okay, all these things we are going to know more or in detailed way, so that you will understand clearly, which helps you for your further classes. When you go to higher classes like 8th, 9th, 10th and all, you'll be knowing more about this. Okay, it helps you a lot. In 10th class we have World War I, World War II, all those things, the causes, all those things you are going to study there, and where it all took place, World War I, II and all, what made to happen World War I and II. Okay, all these things you will understand easily. When you know about Europe, then you will come to know what happened in the other parts of the world. Like in Africa, it can be in America, or it can be in Asia. Okay? Okay, thank you, children.